Hello, and thank you for visiting Jennifer Clare Astrology. I'm Jennifer Clare, and in today's video, you're going to learn what it means to have the South Node in Gemini. Before I begin, I want to emphasize that each person's birth chart is unique. So even if you have the same South Node sign as someone else, you will likely have it in a different house with different aspects being made to it. This is because everything in your chart is based on your specific birth date, time, and location. Thus, this description is just one small piece of your entire South Node story. To know the full story, you'll want to analyze your entire birth chart, and this is a service I offer in my personalized readings. Moving on to your South Node in Gemini. The first thing you need to know about Gemini is that it's the third sign of the zodiac, and it contains the element of air. As a symbol, Gemini is represented by the twins, suggesting its dual nature and ability to switch between ideas and see both sides of a situation. As an archetype, Gemini is the messenger and the teacher. Ruled by the planet Mercury, this sign is characterized by increased mental energy, eagerness to communicate, and a clever wit. Naturally, the energy of Gemini is fast, so it can become scattered and sporadic in its thinking. It is good at multitasking and absorbing a lot of information at once, but it can have trouble trusting its hunches. The challenge for a Gemini South Node person is to learn how to trust, hear, and listen to their intuition. This individual needs to slow down long enough to stop and smell the roses, because this life has more to do with observation than with constant communication. Through observation, the mind can pick up on collective human behaviors, other people's beliefs, and the subtle nonverbal communication that people convey. In the past, Gemini became so accustomed to making quick decisions, thinking on its feet, and improvising on the spot that today it often feels anxious when answers don't come right away. Thus, a Gemini South Node person needs to develop patience and trust that the answers they need will come in time. Because so much of their knowledge was acquired through books, schools, and teachers, these folks aren't used to looking within for answers. So now it's time to practice intuitive listening and connecting to their higher consciousness. It's also worth mentioning that Gemini is associated with the third house, and that correlates with siblings. So there may be present day issues with your siblings if you have any unresolved karma with siblings that occurred in the past. When we read the South Node sign in a birth chart, we're always looking for what went wrong, what negative character traits took over, and what choices hurt you or others. So when interpreting the South Node this way, we can see numerous examples of where you may have made some mistakes that left you with unresolved karma. Gemini energy can come across as the trickster, the thief, the pickpocket, the deceiver, the con artist, the liar, and the fool. Being as clever as it is, it's easy to see how a Gemini South Node person could have outsmarted people with its words and its speedy or sneaky behavior. Although examining the entire birth chart will always give us more clues as to how this energy manifested, one thing we know for sure is that in this life, the person is learning to use language for good, to uplift, inspire, and speak words of encouragement and truth. Listening is also paramount to success after lifetimes of running one's mouth. The evolutionary goal for a South Node in Gemini is to learn to think before it speaks, to become more attuned to one's own intuition, and to develop a curiosity about other people's beliefs. This lifetime is not so much about gathering more information as it is about sharing the information you already have and doing so in a receptive, loving, and respectful way. Travel is excellent medicine for you to gain more perspectives and awaken your imagination. Developing the ability to act spontaneously will also help you trust your intuition. But at the end of the day, what really matters is that you learn to trust your inner compass rather than relying on more information to make you feel secure. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you have, feel free to leave a thumbs up or subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon.